Welcome back to my channel, guys, and if you are new here, this is my Investing While Broke series where I will be teaching you guys how to invest with little to no money and showing you guys where and how to get started. If you haven't already, make sure you check out episode 1 of this series and don't forget to like and subscribe. So in today's video, we'll be doing what I like to call broke girl math. This is a literal look into my past and how I used to balance my budget before financial literacy. So stick around while we get into it. This is my journey to homesteading. You can come and learn and earn with me. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. So, before I started caring about my financial future, I was making about $16 an hour. I believe I was working in a call center. As a full-time employee, I did about 40 hours a week, and after tax, roughly, I brought home about $2,300 a month. Now let's talk monthly expenses. Well, really monthly, weekly, and daily expenses. At the time, I think my rent was $1,000. I had utilities probably tapped out at about $300, but this Texas, so there's probably times I was paying $400. Keep in mind, this is rent on a 2-bedroom apartment. So again, this was a few years back, so we know rent is not that cheap right now. Right now, we know $20 an hour is like the new $12 an hour. So I know expenses are probably squeezed tight, just like I'm about to show you in this video. My car note was, I think I rounded down for this video because I believe my car note was about $400 around this time. So anywho, my utilities, were about $300. I had car insurance, which was $180. My cell phone bill, I wrote $100 in this video, but I also, again, I believe I rounded down because I believe my cell phone bill was about $135 at this time. Now, the place where my expenses really added up is on the weekly and daily expenses, because I was way overspending all the time on everything. So my gas used to run me about $50 a week. If I really stayed in the house, didn't go nowhere but to work, picking Serenity up to and from school and stuff like that, I could really pull off $25 a week in the small little SUV I had. Groceries, I say $100 a week, but that's also not true probably for this video, because I spent a lot of time being vegan and vegetarian, and I really used to only have to go in the store and spend $40 to $60 a week. So $100 a week is kind of high. I really spend $100 a week right now feeding 2 adults and a kid. So The next category I'ma just call corner store, because some people have cigarette habits, some people have coffee habits, some people buy cigars, some people like to buy snacks and stuff before work. Sometimes every time people go into the gas station, they buy snacks, they buy drinks, they buy anything. We kind of all have a habit of picking up stuff at the store when we don't need it, or sometimes it's literally just fast food. I'm including fast food in the $5 to $10 a day for those people who don't necessarily pack a lunch. And these days, that $5 to $10 a day can be $20 a day, because lunch is definitely not as cheap as it used to be. So we said that we were making about $2,300 a month after tax. Let's add all of this up and see how much we were really spending at the end of a month. So after I add gas and groceries, I'm already over my budget. Then if I add in the corner store stuff, I'm way over my budget. Which, by the way, I did it for 22 days, because at 5 days a week, then I'm probably doing 22 days and not 30 days. Long story short, I'm upside down on my bills, meaning I am spending more than I'm bringing in. So if you're currently in an upside down situation like I was, here are some things that you can do to begin to combat that. First things first, cut out the whole corner store category. You don't need it. Don't listen to the thoughts that tell you that you do need it, because that's not true. You literally don't need anything in the corner store, and you don't need the fast food. If you're willing to work on your diet, you can definitely spend less money in the grocery store. The key to spending less money in the grocery store is by only shopping the perimeter. Everything in the center of the store is fake, it's processed, and they put a price on it that is sky high. But if you shop the perimeter, that's all real food. You can use real food to make real food at home. And cooking may seem like really time consuming, especially cooking from scratch, but in real life, the more you do it, the faster you become at it. If you have smoking habits, I don't know, you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do to change that. These days, you can really shop around to save money on your car insurance. There's a lot of different places. So if your car insurance is outside of your budget, definitely do your research to see who can offer you better rates. You can save on utilities by unplugging everything in your home when it is not in use. That's also including TVs, radios, probably not your refrigerator and stove, but everything else. When it comes to reducing the cell phone bill, again, that's shopping around. But these days, a $100 cell phone bill is actually on the low end, because people are paying up the wazoo for cell phones these days. So those are ways on how to save and reduce your spending. But now I'm going to give you guys some ideas and let you know the things I actually did to increase my income while still working at my job. First thing I did was start educating myself. The only way I was going to make more money is if I learned how to make more money. I already knew how to overspend my money and how to be broke, but I absolutely needed to learn what it took to make more money. Side note, and kind of backtracking to how much money I was making per month and the fact that my bills were upside down and I was overspending. I have always been a hair braider even before I went to school and got my license. So as long as you tell people around that you know how to do something, they are willing to pay you to do it. So the way that I kind of stayed afloat without sinking completely and losing everything all the time was by doing hair on the side. Once I decided to take myself serious and take my finances serious, I decided to go to cosmetology school and get my cosmetology license. Licensing, certifications, and degrees are a surefire way to increase your credibility in any industry. And jobs are more willing to hire you when they see that you have licensing, certifications, or degrees because they see that you have some consistency and follow through. Not that you're necessarily more qualified, it's just the work ethic that stands out a little bit. Of course, these days there are tons of side hustles that you can dibble and dabble into. You've got all of the driving like Lyft and Uber. You have the delivery like Grubhub, Uber Eats, Instacart, other grocery delivery apps. Next, you can monetize your already existing skills. What are you good at or great at that someone will be willing to pay you for, or that someone is already getting paid for? Sorry, just to backtrack a little bit on the side hustles. Other good side hustles are things like pallet flipping, or if you are willing to take a bite off into house flipping and land flipping as far as wholesaling is concerned, there are teachers online who can teach you how to get started with somebody else's money so that you can get rich off of flipping homes and flipping land. There is a lot of education out there to show you how to increase your income. One way to increase your income that I feel like is really slept on is simply asking for a raise at work. If you're already doing a great job, if you've proven yourself as an excellent employee, then why not? Go for it. The worst they can tell you is no. However, if you're a loyal employee, hearing no may just light the fire under you that changes the trajectory of your life. And last but not least, certainly finding a better job can increase your income. I know that sounds silly and simple, but a lot of us feel trapped at our current jobs, and we aren't. Studies have already shown that people who leave jobs every 2 to 3 years make way more money over time than those who stay at one job for 15 to 20 years. I mean, leaving a job paying $16 an hour for a job paying $20 an hour was a simple change that grew my income from $2,500 a month before tax to $3,200 a month before tax. Company loyalty is a great thing to have, but if the company that you're loyal to can't help you make ends meet, then it's best to find a company that's loyal to you. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I know these numbers are a little dated. In 2025, it's looking more like $25 an hour is giving the same buying power as the $16 an hour was back then. If this is how your numbers are looking, don't worry, we can change that. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to use all the platforms that I mentioned from video number 1 and how to start making those small investments like $5 and $10, and show you guys what a trading plan looks like. And you can build your own trading plan so that you can start to either 1, dig yourself out of a financial hole, or 2, build your financial future. All right, guys, if you stuck around this long, I definitely want to thank you. And I want you to let me know in the comments if this was helpful for you or if you guys have any questions or concerns.